Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Almighty Allah, who is the most beneficent, most merciful, most gracious, and the source of all knowledge, I would like to warm welcome to all of you by saying the Islamic greetings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope so you all are safe and sound at your homes. And my name is Engineer Zainul Abidin. Here we have the lecture for pre-9th or grade 8. And in our today's lecture, we will start our last chapter of our syllabus or our term, which is actually the measurement of physical quantities. Okay, in this chapter, actually, we will have a smaller or a little bit introduction of this chapter in our today's lecture. First of all, let's define what are the physical quantities. Okay, here we have the definition of the physical quantities. All the measurable quantities are called physical quantities. Okay, there are two types of quantities in this world. First are the physical, or you can say the measurable quantities, and the non-measurable quantities. There are only two types of the quantities. All the measurable quantities are termed as physical quantities, and while all the non-measurable quantities are termed as emotion. Okay, you cannot measure the emotion. Suppose you cannot measure the happiness. आप कभी ऐसा नहीं कहते आज मैं पूरे 10 किलोग्राम खुश हूँ. So this is actually emotion. You cannot measure. But when you are going on a shop and then you ask the shopkeeper, I want to buy 10 kilograms of sugar. Okay, so in measurable quantities we used some units for the measurement, while in emotion we don't use any unit. हम ये ज़रूर कहते हैं आज मुझे बहुत शदीद सर दर्द हो रहा है, लेकिन हम ये नहीं कहते आज मुझे पूरे 10 एम्पेयर सर दर्द हो रहा है. ठीक है, सो ये दिस इज़ द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द measurable and non-measurable quantities. So all the measurable quantities that can be measured, whether these are in the form of length, in the form of mass, or in the form of time, or any form, all the measurable quantities are termed as physical quantities. Here we have the example of the physical quantities. Length, we can measure the length in meters, centimeters, millimeters, micrometer, and a lot of units are there. We can measure the mass and kilograms, grams, tola, and tons, and a lot of unit for the measurement of mass are there. We can measure the time in second, in days, in hours, minutes, and in years. After this we can measure the volume in meter cube, in dm cube, in liter, and a lot of units are there that we will discuss inshallah in the further in this chapter. We will learn in this chapter about the prefixes, what are the prefixes and how we can use all the prefixes, how we can convert the different units. Suppose you are given with meter, how you can transform a value into the centimeter, and how you can transform a value into the millimeter or micrometer or and any other units. If you want to go the smaller to the larger unit, or if you want to go to the larger to the smaller unit, we will learn how we can transfer or how we can convert these units. After this, what are the different measuring instruments, what kind of instrument can we use for the measurement of length, for the measurement of volume, what are the different kinds of the flask, and what is a pipette, and what is a burette, and all kinds of volume measuring, mass measuring, and length measuring instrument. We will discuss something about this in this chapter. And after this we will learn what are the SI units, and what was the main theme of the conference that was held in Paris in 1960, that has decided the SI units, what are the different kinds of SI units, and what is the importance of SI units. And after this we will also learn how we can use these SI units, these system in international units, in our daily life, and how they are applicable and feasible for us. And in the last we will learn what is the volume measurement, how we can measure the volume, what are the different kinds of units for the measurement of volume, and what kind of bars we are going to use for the measurement of volume. So here we have the learnings for this chapter. In our today's chapter you just have to learn the definition of the physical quantities. All the measurable quantities are called the physical quantities, and we are given with the examples of length, mass, time, and volume, etc., and a lot of example of the all the measuring things are over there. So if you have any kind of problem related to this thing, then you can ask me. I'm there for you. Thank you very much.